Kendrick Lamar is right. This is a long time battle with yourself, a lifetime battle. This is something that you never wanted to imagine or see throughout your career. You always perfected yourself into thinking that you was always gonna laugh and not cry. Now you're crying into expectations to where you can't even seem to get yourself right or even get yourself together to claim what was once yours. Your long life battle is about addictions and things that you have caused upon yourself, like gambling, drinking, doing drugs, and doing other activities that you know you self-destructed your own self, your own character, and who you are as a person. You once had a good life. You had a peaceful life. You had a, you know what I'm saying, straight, narrow life where you wasn't going left. You was going down the middle, doing the right things, making the right choices and making the right decisions and making sure that you made the deals with the right people that you thought were always going to be fair to you and loyal to you and pay the same homage and respect that you did to them. When you was growing in the music industry, you didn't have this battle of fame. You didn't have this battle to where you had to calculate and you had to maneuver such in a way where it was hard to do, or you felt humiliated or embarrassed, or you felt, just out of place where nobody was going to accept you or respect you or look at you as the rapper that they looked at you as once. But as you grew and as you advanced and you got bigger and you got more famous, you let it get to your head. You let the money, the fame, and you let everything else get to your head. And all the failures and factors that you really needed to pay attention to, you let it go over your head. You wasn't paying attention to it. You wasn't accustomed, or you didn't assume that it would happen to you because you was on top of the world. You know what I'm saying? You basically felt that it was you on top of the world and everybody else was beneath you. That's the thing, Drake. What comes up must come down. Don't nothing stay up forever. Don't nothing stay up in the kingdom and sky's the limit forever. There comes a time and a point where you have to prepare yourself. You have to gather yourself to understand that it's going to be that moment that you're not going to be the main factor on the spotlight. You're not going to be the most famous figure or, rapper or just mogul or entrepreneur that they're going to be looking at. You're going to get older. And as you get older, you should be getting wiser. You should be getting more knowledge. You should be more intelligent and more smarter to calculate your moves and everything that you do or are proceeding to do to have a better career and have a longevity to where your face and your career and everything you do as an artist can keep on striving and can keep on pushing. And your business is way more aware of where your status will be down the run in your longevity when it comes to your career or when it comes to anything that you want to do to upbuild your entrepreneurship, and especially being a leader and being there for those that are, glazing you or look at you as a mentor, but you decided to go the other route. You decided not to pay attention and decided to disrespect yourself and disrespect the game itself and disrespect the integrity of it all, and that is knowing when to stop, knowing when to go away, knowing how to say, you know what, it's time for me to take a chill pill. Let me lean back and let me go ahead and plan out my things, come out with new creation. Let me stop this same base of gravity and level that I'm doing, because it's not inspiring people no more. Nobody's looking at it and say, you know what? This is a new Drake. This is something new that we never heard. Why are we still stuck in 2010 and 2009, 2008? You know what I'm saying? I'm 40 years old. Let me inspire myself by inspiring others into doing better. So self-destructing yourself, it's probably why it's a long battle with yourself. Kendrick Lamar prophesied this way before you even came to this conclusion and to this matter. So you can't blame nobody but yourself. Why? There is no why. There's no excuse. There's no explanation. There's no explaining it. You did this to yourself. Your actions, your moves, your behavior, your conduction, everything that represents what a real man should do, you did the opposite. You humiliated yourself. You embarrassed yourself. Why? Because this is something that you can't take. You're so used to always winning and receiving and taking that now it bothers you to see yourself not on top of the Rushmore, not on top of the world, not the top person that the world talks about. Your numbers are drastically falling. Your favoritism is drastically deteriorating as we go more and more along this process that you yourself call, oh, I got UMG, I got information on them. Oh, Kendrick didn't write his songs. I'm a better rapper than Kendrick. Oh, Kendrick this, all these people this. Oh, UMG used payola and bops to get Kendrick not like us to be number one. All this is a self-destruction towards yourself, and you only aligned it towards you. So when you look at your career now to what it was back then, you should have taken these measures. You should have taken these strategic moves to better your situation, because you should have known times like these were going to come. What did Tupac say in one of his songs? Mama said there'll be times like this, tough times, hard times, times that you won't even be able to comprehend, understand, or even trying to grasp in your mind for you to accept it. Well, since you didn't accept it, you went out like the biggest baby in the world and the biggest Karen in the universe. And now you're looking at yourself as in, you know what? Why is it that you're blaming the world instead of yourself? You're supposed to be looking at the man in the mirror, yourself. You should have prepared yourself. These moments are only going to get worse. And the reason why I tell you this is because you thought nothing of it. You didn't seem to even care about what was going to happen in the long run throughout your career. You should have processed it and accepted it, because failure does come. You can ask any musician, anybody that's a billionaire, everybody that's a businessman, and that, you know what I'm saying, has a lot of money. Failure does come. And things to this nature have to be prepared, they have to be organized, and have to be, calculated, because in the long run, you will suffer these type of situations and consequences. But you know what? You had no worries, you had no intentions, and you had no care about what you had to do to put yourself in that position to know that things like this happen to everyone. It doesn't just happen to you. It happens to billionaires, it happens to millionaires, it happens to actors, it happens to rappers, and definitely it happens to people that are not rich. So if you expect it to be this glamorous and be this on top of the Rushmore, on top of the mountain, on top of the kingdom forever, then you sadly mistaken, because it's only getting worse for you. And you self-destructing in a way that we've never seen nobody self-destruct in hip-hop before. So stop being soft, stop being ignorant, stop being a hypocrite, and just know that it's over for you in that sense. And Forget about the lawsuit, because look at your album sales, how drastically they're dropping. The percentage. Stop doing this court invasion to where you think you're going to win. And it's only making you look like a liar at the ending of the day. So in that particular point, it is over for you. But just know, if you want your court cases to be and keep on being dismissed, your career is what is going to take the bigger hit. You're losing your biggest fans, your biggest stands. And it was you this whole time that did this to yourself. The humiliation is going to continue happening until you put a stop into it, or until you're done definitely and permanently. It's already too late. You can't fix nothing. And it's sad because you're going out sad. And that's the most messed up thing about everything. Your lies, your manipulations, your perspective, and your demise into thinking that you can beat the industry and beat the machine and Kendrick Lamar. Keep dreaming, because you'll never have that back in your life.